Okay guys, so this video is about solutions to your world travel or multiple country living that you're trying to accomplish. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. The thing about our channel, if you haven't figured it out yet, is that you don't have to be a millionaire or wealthy to be able to go abroad, travel abroad, do what you want to do. Okay, so I see people in this space having difficulty with, they want to live in 2 or 3 different countries and they're racking up expenses. They're trying to figure out how they're going to do it. Airbnb, the price can go just ridiculously too high for somebody that's trying to live in 2 or 3 different places. Now, the way I see it, right, with our experience, is I see the average mainstream expat going to these promoted places that we talk about, the RAM magazine, the RAM group promoted spaces. Now I see a lot of people really buying into this, and there's nothing we can do about it other than have our hacks to, you know, be able to do what we want to do, because when we go as part of the crowd, we end up having to be in line with Airbnb prices. Exactly. And that's just not going to work. It's not going to add up.
It's too expensive.
You know, I mean, the thing is that these RAM groups, they cater to the wealthy, okay? And so you don't have to be a millionaire or wealthy to be able to go abroad, travel abroad, do what you want to do. That's what we like to teach, to help people with, okay? And so here's the thing, when I look at what the average RAM magazine follower is spending to just not just travel, okay? And I'm not just talking about RAM magazines, I mean even other people in this space of move abroad, live abroad, taxes abroad, whatever. If it has to do with going abroad, whoever's in this space, they could be retirement, they could be consulting, business, whatever it is, you got to understand, you know, that you're following the crowd. If your source of money is unlimited, then go for it, follow the crowd. But if you want to live like a millionaire without being one, you don't want to spend $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year in rent, okay? Yeah. The average mainstream go abroad follower spends $800 to $1,200, and I'm telling you right now that we, for $800 to $1,200, could stay in at least 2, if not 3. We could keep a year-round place in at least 2 or 3 different countries for that. We could do it.
Maybe one might be more expensive.
Yeah,
than the others.
They wouldn't be the same price. Maybe one of them's $400 and the other one's $200. But the bottom line is that within that price range of $800 to $1,200, we could easily have at minimum 2 places, if not 3. And if we really worked at it, maybe 4. All we'd have to contend with, that'd be pushing it. You know, I mean,
we'd have to go to Asia.
Well, I don't know. That would be a great challenge. But you know, the only thing we would have to contend with would be the airfare. And there's ways to hack that and at least lower the price on that. Yeah. You don't want to spend $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 a year in rent, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't know where the cost will be. Okay, so we've already shown you that we have an apartment for $340 in Italy already, furnished. That's furnished, okay? That's for a family. I mean, if it was just the 2 of us, we wouldn't need something that big. We just also made a video about the $350 furnished apartment in Cuenca, so there's $700. There's 2 places already for less than what the mainstream go abroad follower is spending, $800 to $1,200. Now, I understand what you're saying. Those are long-term rentals, and that's what I'm talking about. For the person that wants to travel the world, this is an excellent strategy to have a couple of year-round apartments, maybe 3, and then to branch out from there, because it is cheaper. Because let's say, you know, we have an apartment, furnished apartment in Cuenca for $350, and we could, if that was our permanent year-round apartment, then from Cuenca we could branch out and maybe go to the coast, and that wouldn't cost $500 in airfare from Cuenca to go to the coast. So it'd be a lot cheaper once we've got these apartments all settled. Then our additional expenses would be a lot lower because we would be using buses. and and you could find local hostels and such that are reasonably priced, or maybe house sit or whatever. You could do this on continents that are close for airfare. I know that Central, South America, Mexico, they're really quite spread out, and the airfare is going to be a little bit higher than, say, in Europe, where you tend to be able to fly for a lot less money. And yes, we have an apartment right now for $340 furnished in southern Italy, and if we wanted to, we could go to other European countries and do the same thing. So the bottom line is, you could have 2 or 3 different apartments, and at that point, the immigration issue, you see what I'm saying? The thing is, right, that I get this information in this space that says Panama is going a step above and beyond, like it's something great. Well, let me tell you how great it is. The idea that Panama wants to be another Singapore. Well, I know that Singapore, you can't even go get a bank account unless you got $1 million in Singapore. So that's what look, these countries, they all get the same way. Eventually, sooner or later, too many rich foreigners coming around, they get a little bit where they like that money coming in and they just want to grab more money. You can judge it or label it however you want, whatever it is, but that's just the way it is, right? That's life. And so what that does is it just blocks people out that aren't multimillionaires. That's all it does. If Panama wants to block out the average person, and when I say average, people with money to spend. I mean, we go to Panama, we spend money. Why should it matter, how much? Yeah, okay. So, I mean, why can't these countries cater to both? No, it's not worth it to us now because the multimillionaire client makes us bigger fees, and now it's not worth it. It's just like rental agents that say, oh, I can't help these people get $300 rentals. I'm making $1,000 on $1,000 rentals. Why should I spend my time trying to help? Exactly. See what I'm saying? So, you and I, we're life hackers, okay? We don't need to buy into this. You don't need to worry about getting shut out, even in places like Ecuador where they make it harder. A lot of these Central American countries, like the Dominican Republic, Guatemala, all these places are starting to raise up. Panama did that. We did a video about that a couple of years ago when they were first started to get pumped by RAM magazines. At first it was really easy. Then they raised the bar on everything, made it super more expensive, more complicated, and people quit going. And that's, these places, they have to learn their lessons that way. People vote with your feet, people quit going, uh-oh, no money. So they changed it. Panama changed it, made it easier. So now they're gonna make it harder again. So, it's just kind of up and down, And so, you can keep track of all this stuff, or you can talk to somebody that's in this space and knows a little bit more than you, maybe. You're just starting to getting started in it and all that. So that's what we're here for. We're happy to have a conversation with you. We're happy to help people. And this is another thing. Somebody asked us, oh, can I do this, blah, blah, blah. If your rent's $800 to $1,200, it's gonna be when your rent's $250 or $300, it's gonna be a lot easier to make this kind of stuff happen. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and up to 500 actually, because some places it's going to be anywhere between 3 to 500. So I've always said a industrious frugalist is first and foremost a possibility thinker, right? We were
right, yeah.
We were talking about that in Panama. So we work in the realm of possibilities, not impossibilities. So don't feel bad. If you're not a multimillionaire and you're watching all these videos online and you feel bad because you feel like you're shut out, you're just in the wrong spot. You need to come to this channel and subscribe.
Yeah! Central Mall right there. Trip. Let's get the mall. Wow, there's a lot of stuff over here.
just to clarify, because there's so many details, we became life hackers, savvy, whatever you want to call it, smart with our money, live well on less in the States. We did it in the States for 30 years, and then we took that savviness abroad with us. And so when I say things like 8 to 10 years, that's just the abroad part. You know, we've been in this space for a very long time, and we just take it with us wherever we go. And we adjust and learn, you know, from being in a different place. But the skills are already there. And the mindset, which is one of the most important things, is the mindset. Okay, so it's... Oh, sorry, it's not 10 a.m. yet.
Let's go back to bed.
Okay, we'll have to come back. We'll have to come back.
You should have just slept in, huh?
So guys, for you real estate guys and you lawyers and all, what legal phrase absolutely will not work in Latin America? You probably already know this. Uh-oh.
Fine, huh?
All right, here it goes. Time is of the essence. 3 words. Time is of the essence. You know, you contract guys, you know, real estate offers and all that. I imagine that probably doesn't work in Italy either. But I don't know. I haven't tried it yet.